recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense. Fight for it, run.
First down, Murray. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Don't get nervous. Check 50. Check 50. Say.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Nyheim Hines, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
At the 44-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So
and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Naeem Hines, 81 yards, and the Lions have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Switch.
Here's Grant. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And a cutback right sideline. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 50 yards.
First down, Arizona.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
Check 24. Kill. Turn up.
On 2nd down, it's Hines, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got him. Check 43. Check.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Jump. Double. Check 50.
After the turnover, here's Murray. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
This one caught by Isabella. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where.
And got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 59 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. Corey Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 10. Watch the turn. 58. Hey, zoom. 58, the Mike. Go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are you going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Watch the slap.
Now Murray off play action. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st down. Not punt the ball again.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Hines. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Lady! What we got? What we got? What we got? Switch!
On the delay, here's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Yellow 20! Omaha, ready to move! 36! Hey, 5-0! Hey, Haywood! 58, right over there, yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Throwing a Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 36.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Yeah, he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Ladies!
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike, 58, right there.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on off.
Murray fighting, lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
On 1st down, Hines. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Well, they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 36 yards on the play. He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they are definitely back on their heels after that run.
They'll try to run with Hines, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Nyheim Hines on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
On play action, it's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun on third down, Murray. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
At the 22-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Well, that second down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch twist. Watch twist. Watch twist. Out, 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 out.
Now Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
We got 10. We got 3. Check, 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 check. Check 26.
On second down, it's Hines. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies or with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
25, check 25, check 25. Check. Omaha, ready, move. Hot, hot. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, 50.
To throw again. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brings up third down.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Here's Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. This is Grant. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
My 40. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. Shit.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. He's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Let's go now. Henry. They gonna need some therapy after this.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now this time, Murray to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Demir Bird, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They run with Hines. Give him 3 on. First down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Check 3, check 3.
They run again with Hines. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Show it up, show it up. Alert flare, flare, flare.
Back to throw. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Mike, 54.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. And Isabella, 91 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At the 19-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And middle. Blue down. Check the hot read. Under 10. 10. Check. Crunch. Hey.
On second and 11 now. Stafford, he's going to look deep down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Check. Lucky.
They go back to Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Mike 40. Check back. Hey, go, Mike 40. I got you, son.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Arizona. 49 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on second and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
Let's get it.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Murray now, 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Easy.
Throwing again. Stafford nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zach Brown, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's now 3rd down.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Watch the screen.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
You got three down.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Deuce. Tighten up.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Stafford looks to throw again. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. On fourth down, Stafford eluding the pressure right. He finds his man Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Lady!
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Slam, slam, slam. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Stafford. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Prater on to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Cardinals 32, Lions 31.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go. 70 ending. 54. Check pass, check pass.
Down to a knee goes Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's third down. Today,